This War of Mine is a point-and-click survival game developed by 11-Bit Studios, available on PC, Xbox One, and of course PS4, which so far has just been, hands down, one of the most addictive and also kind of dull games I've ever actually played. See, the setting for this War of Mine is a city that's being ripped apart by a military conflict, and you take control of a group of survivors just trying to get through it all. You'll clean up your safe haven, you'll scavenge the city for supplies, and you're going to love every second of it, as it also kind of bores you. See, scavenging and clearing up your safe haven, while it is actually really cool with how, like, you just select a character, you left click to move them around, right click to have them run, and of course to interact with stuff to clear out debris, search, storage containers, it can also be kind of dull with how it takes a fair amount of time to get anything done, and really early on, which I still am, yeah, it takes a while, but as far as I can tell, it can get a lot quicker as you get the relevant supplies, but yeah, you might actually lose your attention early on in the game. Scavenging, though, is what's really good, though. See, how it works is that the game is broken up into two phases. You got the safe haven phase and the scavenging phase. In safe haven, you're using your supplies to build amenities for your safe haven, as well as to build new pieces of equipment. And during the scavenging phase, you're sending a guy out into the city to find more supplies and crafting materials. And depending on where you go, you're not only going to find supplies, you're also going to run into other people who might just be trying to get through this thing alive, who might actually be traders trying to make a profit amongst all the chaos, or they might be desperate people who will kill you for trespassing, or they might be soldiers and rebels who'll kill you because they don't know what side you're on and because you tried to steal some food from them. During these phases, stealth is absolutely important, and it's actually pretty nerve-wracking. You're genuinely scared about whether or not this survivor is going to make it back to the group in time, or get killed by whoever they're stealing food and weapons from. But the combat is absolute crap. See, how it works is you give your scavenger a weapon, and while they have their weapon out, they can't scavenge, but they can get into an ambushing position. And you see, the thing is, combat just boils down to either left-clicking or right-clicking on a person, and after your scavenger has hurt them, you just left-click or right-click again to hurt them again. That's it. I get that this is supposed to be a representation of the desperate struggles civilians in war zones go through, but they really could have made the combat a bit more interesting. Final thing to say on this War of Mine is the custom stories. This is a custom game mode that lets you set the parameters of the game, and it's actually really awesome to be able to just set how many turns you need to survive for, how long the winter's gonna be, and best of all, even make your own custom survivors. And you can even import your own portraits, put yourself into the game, and I know it's a little sick to be giddy over putting myself into a war zone alongside my friends, but really, it's just that much fun. From what I've seen so far, this War of Mine has just been great. I really can't wait to play more of it, and I especially cannot wait to finish the current story I've got going so I can then start putting myself, my friends, and of course Tony Abbott into the war-torn city to either survive or die.